Last week you spoke about the mountains and the Awliya Allah. Do the Awliya Allah differ in their nature the way mountains do? Some being cool and peaceful, and some carrying intense fiery energy like lava within them?
Yeah, like a lava, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I would imagine all of them have different tajallis and realities. So Allah knows them who they are and what their purpose is. So these that we talked about of a reality from the awtad then is the responsibility of regulating, and that's what these devices will show. One was the production of energy, and interesting, right after they showed that, they unrelated, they showed that the towers of Dubai said that they're built on sand. So they built these huge buruj and these towers, but they had a problem that when it's built on sand it's going to move. So then the engineers came and said, no, they actually built like pillars, again the awtad, that go miles deep. And these pillars are electrically charged, so that I don't know, they do something, but as a result when it goes deep into the ground it's regulating energy and securing the structure. And then I just ruled that right after we were just talking about the pyramids, because they're now going to uncover these pyramids and try to excavate and see its reality. And same thing, not only it was producing energies, but the reason it was going down was to regulate the energy of the earth, ground the structure, and then pull from what's happening in the atmospheres and to bring that energy. So whole system is devised, and this is all just mimicking what we said always before. Shaitan inspired people and Allah allows them is to mimic a heavenly reality. That when we say the awliya are awtads, means the strength of their soul that God has given to them regulates the earth energy and brings the heavenly energy. And that's what we said in this understanding of these two pyramids. They take the energy of the earth, its negativity and everything that's happening upon the earth, and they begin to regulate by the tajalli Allah sending upon their being. And as a result it's a grounding. Without that positive energy, the abundance of negative energy would overwhelm the earth. So they're regulating, and wherever Allah has them on these corners of the earth, their soul's reality is to regulate energies, the absorption of negative and the abundance of power of positives. And as a result the positive energies and knowledges that are flowing to people, so that to understand, to hear and to be attracted towards a heavenly station. In the understanding we talked about of tools, when we said that a tool is needed to retrieve the oceans of power, and the understanding we described before like a radio. If we said that on this radio there's infinite channels, digital radio, not like analog, there can be thousands of channels because it's a digital channel, it's not a wave where you have to find each channel. You could go from 1 to 101.101.3.4, it could go infinite in its capacity of a digital signal. Imagine they say on this radio there's a heavenly channel, why don't you connect to it? Well then where would people start? They would spend a lifetime going from channel to channel to channel to channel, but on the hopes of not picking up one of Satan's channels, where he broadcasts and says, hello, hi, how are you, and start giving you information that's not from heavens. The purpose that the shaykhs have is that they're a channel from this heavenly reality. So when we want to connect to this ocean of power, why the way of tafakkur is that I need a Muhammadan representative who's from that channel. He represents that heavenly channel so that I can attune myself with his reality. When I attune myself and connect my heart and meditate the way that they've taught through the tafakkur, visualize the shaykh, he's taking you directly to 92.1, 92.2, 92.3, which is the Muhammadan broadcasted signal. When you attune yourself to his energy, you're attuning now specifically to that channel. And that's the purpose and the ni'mat that Allah gives, that don't spend your whole life looking for the station, is being broadcasted by these Muhammadan haqqaiqs and realities. So when they find the Muhammadan representatives, they attune themselves, they begin to set up the vibration of their heart, fixing the tool within their reality which is their heart. What happens? They begin to hear that station because they're talking. They begin to understand from that station, they're reading and understanding, and now their heart is attuning to that vibration, and pretty soon what's coming through that station begins to come to their reality and to their soul and to their being. And that becomes the wireless transmission that Tesla was describing. He says energy is free and flowing, that he could make a device that would bring energy in and then he could put a light bulb on the ground and it would light up, and there were no wires and everything was wireless. But why would they want him killed for that? Well, because you can't sell it. He could put one tower somewhere and everybody's home would be lit up with light bulbs. And this is the heavens. Heavens is not seeking a fee, but Allah wants to liberate the soul, educate and illuminate the soul. So it means then people come, connect their hearts, understand how to receive the transmission of energies, and each person's home would be like a light bulb lit up because the transmission is coming wireless. You don't have to take a wire to the shaykh and connect it, you can connect wirelessly to a flowing of Bahrul Qudra, what he was calling the ether. That we can send the energy into your homes, and from your home it could wirelessly power everything in the house. So why would they cut that off? Because they can't sell it and they don't make money from it. And instead they chose an engine that is combustion based on exploding, power that based on limited and keeps going off at the power station. But he was teaching, no, there's an abundance of energy that God has given to creation. And that's the same for the tariqas. You're trying to go to people whom are too physical in their understanding and say, no, you can connect to a higher knowledge, to a higher reality. And it's not based on you sitting and memorizing books, but it's based on you cleaning the heart. So one is like Einstein thinking everything in a book and everything in a number formula, and the other one saying, no, sorry, it's about having a clean heart, contemplate and ilham and knowledges and inspiration come to you from places you could never have imagined, not something anything you read. Ittaqullah wa alimakumullah, wa ittaqullah wa kunu ma sadiqeen are two, it's the two rivers. Have consciousness, Allah will teach you, it's not from a book. Then have a consciousness and Allah says now that, follow my sadiqs whom they're truthful in their deeds and actions. As a result they will hook you up to a wireless transmission, inshaAllah.